You know, I was gonna try to type this, but I can't type a lot. You know, but most individuals have never had an experience of being confined to where they're forced into um, reading things spiritual, sitting in a group of strangers from all different walks of life, colors, ages, like in rehabs. You know, it's a controlled environment. And a lot of human beings, no matter who you are, what walk of life, see, we go through the school system, we learn a worldly trade, okay? And I'm going to stay in a good direction because this is serious. And in the process of that, we follow that journey. And then on that journey, we might not ever get in trouble legally, you know, because here now is if you get in trouble legally, then you're a bad person. But if you never get in trouble, you can be horrible and still be lifted up. And my whole point is we create bad habits, you know, in that journey right there. We create bad habits. We can make good money, which is not good because the money being made outweighs the bad habits that are just as bad as that alcoholic or drug addict. Because the ones I've talked to, I've always brought this up for years because I've told them, I said, I don't want to get involved with somebody doing this because then, I mean, I could, because I have not, this new and improved Matt has not been given a chance to show the business skills that he has acquired throughout his life and all his experiences and apply it to a structured environment, just like the Jesuits and the Vatican is what I have. They gave us all that. It's just I didn't know how to put it together until my brother Mike taught me how to, black man. And my whole point is when you're in an environment to where you can't stop snacking, you can't stop doing certain things, and you know that it is detrimental and you want to get better, you just don't know what to do. You have a lot of pride, because that's what kills more people than anything is the damn pride. You know, your position and status in life will not allow you to admit that you have a problem because of where you are. I've talked to a bunch of you, and when you drop that pride, it's like if I had some land, which we have land in my family, you know, and what I had thought of even in rehab is to create an environment to where the public, and it would be private, you know, and anonymity is the foundation of everything, okay? And it would be private. But what would happen is the individual struggling. You know, what is it? Is it your financial situation? You can't control your money. Is it your eating habits? Is you can't get going? You can't get going exercising. You know, you're having family problems. You're having whatever the hell it is. What the environment would be is we could have a 24-hour period, a 48, a 72, a 7-day period, you know, to where you get to come in. And what we do is we structure. You go through a structured environment for the time that you're in there. Because see, the only way to make the stuff stick is to stay with it. You know, and that's my whole point is individuals with money that have reached out to me and they said, that's a good idea, Matt. But it's like, those of you can make excuses up to where you don't even have to tell your family, nobody at all. You know, we can write it up as whatever we want to hide it, because you, being the breadwinner in that family, wanting to learn how to structure that family better because you know it's out of control and everything else, what you do is you tell them you're going out of town to something for whatever it is, and you'd still have your phone, make your phone call. You're lying on where you are, but at the same time you're protecting that lie because you are helping yourself in order to help the individuals who you're keeping in the dark about what you're doing, you know, because they'll never know. And that's the thing is people reach out to me and they're like, I don't give a shit what they say, I'm struggling here and here. But when you get down with somebody and you make them write the stuff out, that's why most people run. See, if I and my team have you in front of us alone, then you can emotionally bleed. You can get all that shit out, because that's what we want. You can cuss us, yell at us and everything, treat us how you want to fucking treat somebody, because we can take it. That's how you get better. You get it out of you. And what's happening here in this nasty satanic world is everybody's built to carry that shit in with them. And people like us, me, we tell you to do the opposite of what you've learned, because most people are obese. You know, they're obese, they're out of shape, and once again, whatever it is they do, outweighs the common sense of getting better. You know, because once you write this stuff down, listen, once you write it on paper, and that's my whole thing with people, it's you have to write your experience out, your character defects, what's positive in each day, what's affecting you the most, sub, because there's dozens of things that affect us. There's many distractions. How do we get you into the mindset of staying with something and making it habit and going back to where we used to be as human beings, and being solid, being structured, being disciplined? You know, because it's not about changing you into heliocentric or geocentric or pushing Buddha on you or pushing Christ or whatever it is that's a private matter. You know, now the spiritual side of it, you will learn, you know, of what it takes to sit down and have not necessarily a Bible study, if that kind of scares you, but you have a spiritual hour. Okay, and we talk about things, and what that does is it resonates the soul, you know, and in time, because a lot of individuals they can't just leave their family, you know, they want to. I've talked to a bunch of you, you know, and you just can't leave, but you create that environment there on some property that's out in some woods to where they can come out there, and it's not just about going and relaxing, because you get with me and there ain't no relaxing. It's gung-ho, but we get down to it, you know, because this is not about saving you, because you are the one that you're the show runner. And so what you do from here on out, if you hear this, and you can go get help anywhere. But you know, the main thing is if you work on yourself a day a week, a day every 2 weeks, 2 days, whatever, in time, those attitudes and behaviors, when you change, will start to rub off on the ones around you. You know, but if you're always in that chaotic environment, it's never going to change. It will constantly get worse. You know, and that's my whole point is, see, we blast people with alcohol and drugs, and truthfully, and it's the God's honest truth, people that don't have alcoholic tendencies and alcoholism display more alcoholic behavior than those alcoholics, because they don't have problems. They never have problems. And oh yeah, I got problems. No, you don't. You live, a person is based off of their works. And truthfully, what I see is lazy people everywhere. Lazy, selfish people. Christians, Jews, everybody's lazy. And that's why somebody like me is foreign, because I'm not. People are like, man, you know, I've worked with a lot of Mexicans, and they'll tell you, they'll be like, that son of a bitch is crazy. It's not that. It's I'll never perfect anything that I do, but I'll always want to grow and make it better, to make each day better. And that's the whole thing about the program. It's how do I make the day better, because if each day is worse than the day before, that's an alcoholic, and it is. And if you stay in what you're in, then that's alcoholism. You know, you've become content in a very ugly environment that has just morphed into whatever it is around you. And the energy that you feel like it's going to take to fix everything, well, see, in order to fix something, you're going to have to understand something. Going into this, there ain't nothing ever going to be the same. It's going to be hell. But in the long run, you will see it if you keep seeking from within. And see, what we'll do is we'll pull out everything that in your history. I don't care how old you are. We're going to write down your experience and everything that you've ever been through. And what I can do in my group, the people around me, what we can do is show you through your experience. And we can use that as ammunition to combine that and put it within your subconscious, because it's yours, it's not ours. And then you apply that to your daily life, and you'll be amazed at what will happen, not only in your life, but see, if you're the breadwinner, it's like you control that family, or you control the marriage. So you slowly start implementing, look, if you want some of what I have, then you're going to do this, because critical thinking is what the younger generations, they have shit for brains, and you have to admit it, just shit. And in order to inherit something or take over something, you have to prove yourself based on merit, as opposed to just time, experience, merit, and all that. That ties into everything, because our whole journey is this together. And what we're going to learn is it doesn't depend on if you're religious or not. You do not want to die with unfinished business here on this earth. And that's what me and my group are all about. We're going to help you start to structure something, because you don't want to go over there, because there's so many elders now, and I don't care, whatever, y'all can do whatever with it. You can't, that's a disgusting alcoholic behavior response. Whatever, I'll be gone. That's an alcoholic. Okay? We have to get you out of that right there. We've got to slowly turn it into, well, I have to apply this today. Slowly implement a few things here and there, and then eventually it starts working. There's no set diagram that I can just give you, because you're different from that person. They're different from that person. That's the difference between me and these fake rehab companies. They've got programs which are plagiarized. I know, because I busted them. MC, everybody's different. They don't have the same experiences, so everybody's blueprint is going to be different. That's how you know that I'm fucking real. And Dr. Phil is a phony. And if you're behind me, that'd be good to get millions to be like, get him up against Dr. Phil, because we'll talk about it. And I'll tell you. But see, the whole thing is the masses are so consumed with their emotions about being right and me being wrong that they would not even listen to the truth. Whatever I'm saying, snakes, but whatever he would say, it would be, yeah. And they would never hear me or him. It would just be based off of hate, hate, hate. And I'm giving y'all something hard right now, because I am a messenger. Okay? I ain't no slave. I ain't nobody taxes and all that. This is Caesar's world, And the whole thing is, it's not about the money. It's about doing something. And we can do it in private, These people want to know what I can do. They're waiting. But if I blow up, I'm dead. So if we keep it professional, I don't know though. But you need to think about that, because this is real shit. A lot of people I've talked to's, children have been in addiction, and then they've gotten better, and then they control the mother or the father's finances. And I've talked to them, and I'm like, so they're controlling your shit now based off of one program that they went to. And I said, they're going to fall. They're going to fall again. And what that happened, they fell and blew a lot of that individual's money after they told them to stop talking to me. Don't talk about anything negative. Well, always positive. Yeah. And I said, now she's going to collapse. And she did. And they're like, how do you know? Listen, because we've lived it. People have never lived my life or my experiences, don't even know how hardcore I am. By God, they just go off of mug shots and me in a hospital bed. Oh, so what? Yeah, well, the whole thing is you can't think. We got to get you in there and get you on a good, because it ain't about being an expert going to these fake universities. I did this all on my own with God and some help, an army. Didn't cost anything. And it truly doesn't. And there's more to it in the beginning of all this, but I mean, it's, you have to learn based off of what you have done, because most of y'all are sitting out there researching answers, and you don't even know that the answers are right inside of you. You just don't know how to pull them out and apply it. The whole thing is it blows people with money's minds when you talk to individuals in private, and they're like, man, you're pretty intelligent. And it's like, it's not being intelligent. Intelligent is a worldly term, because our education is worldly. What we're giving you and what we're trying to unlock in you is a spiritual thing. Our common sense to see from within has been taken from us, because the exterior is where all the answers are, is what we've been programmed with. And the crazy thing is AA, if that's not your thing, there's other programs, but I mean, there is certain ones that we have to go by in order to get this thing going. But what's crazy is these people giving us what's going on right now created AA. And they're badass. And that lets me know, though, it's like, somebody around them had some kind of sympathy. So if they did, then that means if we get more people involved, then that energy if we get more people thinking positive and cutting all the crap that's killing them, that energy will spread, and it will be a weapon against what's coming at us too. See, the more negative we are, and the more down and out we are, and the more we're in the modified foods and eating all the pills and everything. And that's another thing too, we'll try to get you off of your medications and show you it's garbage. We'll show you it's garbage. And we'll try to get you on some good medicine from the earth and eating from the ground. That's my whole point. Those are not experts. They told me I'd never make it. It's like, yeah, well, I'm still sitting here, and I found out that it's bogus, and it's the truth too. We don't know, because we refuse. Our pride will not allow us to get better. Anyways, that's a big thing to think about, and given that chance. I mean, think about that shit. You coming in for a couple of days, and it's not about relaxing, it's about learning different things and getting out what's in you. So maybe it'll happen. Love you.